On this episode, we're talking about Apple and how they're using the AR Kit 3 for human occlusion. Don't know what that is? Good thing we're going to talk about it. We talk about we talk about the VR experience we did for Vanderbilt University to get more people to come to their schools. And lastly, we talk a little bit about Samsung and how they're getting back in the VR AR game. You guys ready for a slugfest? Well, it's about to start. Oh, and we hang out with Cardi B in a rooftop party in Los Angeles. Okay! What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Actual VR Show. I don't know if you realize this. Go back and check out, I've been calling it the Actuality VR Show. Did you notice that? I've been calling it the Actuality. I don't even know the name of my own show. It's a bit ridiculous, but we're gonna get back into it. I hope you're having a good week. I've got a few exciting, self-indulgent things to talk about today. This is gonna be shameless, guys. You'll see why. So our first story of the day is about Apple. So they have their developers conference, or WWDC developer conference, and in this conference they announced AR Kit 3. Augmented reality apps that are built with AR Kit 3 have built-in human occlusion. You're like, what does that mean? But if you watch any augmented reality experience up to this point, think Pokemon Go, if you ever played Pokemon Go, did the pass-through camera, you did the augmented reality mode, you would see the Pokemon sitting on the ground. But you would also realize that if you put your hand in front of it, or if somebody walked in front of it, that image, that Pokemon would still be in front of whoever passed in front of it. And what AR Kit 3 does is it solves that problem. So what does that mean in the bigger picture? Well, it's just encouraging because we have advancements in the technology. It's one step closer to making it better, more immersive, and that's what it is. It's an immersive technology. So we're getting better. It's growing, guys. I don't know if you realize this. I mean, you think I'm over here in a basement somewhere just talking about all these crazy theories. This is happening today, right now. It's going to happen tomorrow. It's going to happen for the next century. A century is a lot, but I really feel like I felt really empowered, so I wanted to keep going with it. So piggybacking on that story, I also want to talk that Minecraft, you think about all the ways, there's only a few ways that you can really consume Minecraft, right? There's all the videos on YouTube, there's the game on the computer, there's the game on the Xbox, there's the game on, they have virtual reality. Well, now they have augmented reality. If you couldn't find a way to play Minecraft before, you can now play it with AR Kit 3 with the human occlusion that we just talked about, and it's really cool. I think this is a really cool application. Minecraft is just easy to build. It's small to build. It's not graphically intense. It's a perfect example of how we can utilize this new technology. But this is a really cool thing, a really great thing for the augmented reality market. It's just another company pushing another quality product. We haven't seen it yet. It's not out into the masses yet, so it's yet to be determined if it's going to be a success. But it's very encouraging to see those types of advancements being done. So jumping from Apple, we're going to go over to Samsung. You know, when we talk about these two big giants going back and forth, and these are the players in the games, right? It's Google, it's Facebook, it's Apple, it's Samsung. These are major companies, and they are all doing a push. They have this huge push for VR. And what Samsung did is they announced that they are going to have a new line of VR and AR hardware. So they're coming back in there. I'll be honest with you, I thought with the mobile market being captured by Oculus and essentially Facebook saying, Samsung, we don't need you to make our VR headsets anymore. I really thought it was the end, but they do plan on doing more with the brand, although the Gear brand, although they're not specific about it yet. But it's just another player, another opportunity for a quality product, a winner to come out with a better product than the rest. For our third story of the day, we're going to be talking about Vanderbilt University. The reason why we're talking about Vanderbilt University today is because, shameless plug here, we did a 360 video admissions experience for them a couple years ago. And last year, what we did is we updated that same video, and the primary use for this video is to be used for admissions overseas. What Vanderbilt and a few other universities would do is they go to these conferences and show their VR experiences to potential Chinese students. And what we've gotten back in the past couple years is that our experience Vanderbilt's experience has far outperformed against these other universities. And that's really encouraging, and that's a use case that when you talk about the applications for virtual reality, this is just 360 video in a virtual reality environment. So when we have somebody's attention and we have them completely attentive to what we want to communicate to them, because even as a brand, you are telling your story to as many people as you can, so that way you can sell them your product, your service, so you can help them with the things that you are giving to the world. To have their undivided attention in a headset, in a compelling format, in a compelling medium, if it's executed properly, it is the best, the biggest and best tool that you can use to tell that story. And that's what we're finding out with Vanderbilt University with this admissions experience. So I can't wait to see what else we can do. This is not the first time this has been done in the university space. It's very common, and I want to stress to you, I feel like this is going to be the episode where I'm just like telling everybody that I don't have the aluminum foil hat. This is not just some passing technology. We're not talking about the future anymore. This has been happening. It's going to happen. Like, one of the primary purposes of this show is to communicate to you some of the things that are going on in this space and relate it to you. So these are all things that we are around every single day that are seeing great results from implementing immersive technology. According to Stephanie Llamas, an analyst at market researcher Superdata Research, virtual reality is being adopted at the same rate as color television. That's amazing. Amazing. All right, guys, it's time for our 360 video of the week. And can you guess it? Can you guess it? It's one that we did. It's one that just came out. This is the great thing about not having sponsors on the show, is that we can just throw our name out there whenever we want. Do you ever find yourself in a situation where the VR game you're playing isn't quite immersive enough? Introducing the Actuality VR Candle. It's perfect for all of your sensory needs. We were hired by Taillight TV here in Nashville. Matt Hauser was the producer. He was amazing to work with, extremely professional, really easy to get along with, and he does great work. So when we were there, we shot for Swisher Sweets Artist Project. And if you don't know what that is, essentially Swisher Sweets, they have a list of artists that they sponsor for the year. And this year they were highlighting Cardi B, so we flew out to Los Angeles for a rooftop party for Swisher Sweets. It was hard. Guys, I don't have fun when I'm working. So what we wanted to recreate is kind of this red carpet experience to give you an idea of what the night was like being there with Cardi and these other artists. And so far, it has outperformed any of their previous videos. Super pumped. Now, I don't know what kind of money they're putting into, if they're promoting it. So I don't know what those metrics are, but I do know that 150,000 is a lot greater than the typical video of 10,000, 5,000. And that's just an example of a B2C brand, a business-to-consumer brand using 360 video in creative ways. This is probably something that is not agreed upon by everyone in the VR community, but it is something that I believe. But I believe that 360 video can be used in any situation that a regular video camera would be used. When it comes to doing a video, it gets executed differently. But the reason why this is true, especially for Facebook, because as you're scrolling through Facebook, you think of the average Facebook user is on a mobile device. And as you're scrolling through that newsfeed, you as a marketer, as a brand, your primary goal, and even as a creator, my primary goal is to get people to stop. Stop this motion here, even just for a second. And what 360 videos do is they give you a leg up just implicitly. Just by being a 360 video, people have the opportunity to look around. So they'll move their phone, they'll move the video with their thumb, and that gives you 3-4 seconds that you wouldn't have had otherwise. 360 video is a valuable tool if you use it correctly, and that's part of what we do here, is we help brands tell their story in this medium. I do want to thank Jesse Kim and Tim Lambert over at Prosper XR, because they came in super clutch for this trip when I rented the Zcam S1 Pro, which is the camera we use for this shoot. If you guys want to know a little bit more about the camera that we use and the spatial audio that we did, Julian Messina and Robert Coomber, they were the guys that did the spatial audio on this project, and it just sounds oh so good. I'm very thankful that all these people came together to make this happen, to make this amazing experience. Well, I think that's it. I think that's everything we've got for this episode of the Actual VR Show. It's the Actual VR Show. Guys, if you have any questions or comments, if you want to know a little bit more about the behind the scenes of the Swisher Sweets video or any other of the videos that we do, the 360 videos, leave a comment down below. I'll answer any questions about the gear we use, the software we use, how we did certain things. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. If that's something you're into. If you're on Facebook, if you could just give me a little click. Just like the page. Just like a little thanks. Or no thanks. Or, you know, just, this is not what you do when you click. Thank you for listening to another end of video rant, and we will see you next Friday at 3 p.m. most of the time. 90% of the time, Friday, 3 p.m., sometimes Friday, 8 p.m., Saturday, 10 a.m. Have a good week!